Hello friends, welcome to Wednesday Talk with Nina. We are going to look at the characteristic of a servant leader. What is it that really makes a servant leader different from other leaders, other self-service leaders? And before that, I would like to urge you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscription is free, remember. Just subscribe so that you get notified every time that I upload the video. Okay, one of the characteristics that these servant leaders have is listening. And listening is an art and is a skill that anybody can develop in our day-to-day activities. So these servant leaders have this skill. They are able to listen to somebody. And in order to listen to somebody, usually you have to keep feedback. You have to make sure that that person who is sharing their story, they are aware that you are listening to them. And how do you do this? First of all, you have to have that non-verbal communication. You are nodding your head where it is necessary. You are exchanging words. You make sure that the person is aware that you are listening to them. So you have to have this non-verbal communication. You also use the verbal communication whereby you say, oh yeah, I get you. Oh, so it was like that. So you keep that person updated. The person will have that motivation to continue sharing what they are sharing. So this is a skill that these people actually have, these servant leaders, and they don't end it there. After listening, they take action. And they sometimes they give advice where they are supposed to give. But in our day-to-day activities or in our day-to-day life, listening is so hard, because when you are starting to share your story, somebody is already creating the answer or is trying to give you the solution. And sometimes you actually don't need that solution. All you need is to be listened to. You just want to empty yourself. So these servant leaders have listening skill, and that listening skill can be developed by anybody. And the second characteristic that these servant leaders have is empathy. They are able to understand your feelings. They are able to enter into your situation and feel what you're feeling. So also that is a skill that all of us can develop. If somebody is coming to you to share with you something and you are able to listen to them what they are saying, that person goes away knowing that I went somewhere and this person was really there for me. You know, there are some people that when you go to share with them, you have not even shared your point, but they are already giving you what you're supposed to do. So they don't empathize with you. So this makes the difference between that servant leader and that service leader in the characteristic. So another characteristic of these servant leaders is that they are healers. Have you ever come across somebody whereby you are just comfortable being around them? Yeah, and their presence makes you feel relieved of the pain that you're going through. Or maybe not even being around, maybe they are miles away, they are very far away from you, but the moment you are in that situation that needs listening or needs to be healed, you contact them, and after talking to them, you calm down, you feel okay, you start feeling much better than the way you are. So this is another characteristic that these servant leaders have. And this characteristic actually can be developed by anybody. You develop that energy, that atmosphere that when somebody is in problem, can be able to rely on you, because they believe that when they come to you, they will get that peace that they didn't have in their situation, that peace that they lacked in their heart. You are able to give out that peace. Or maybe they lacked that peace in their home, or in that particular situation, but they came to you particularly, and you offer that healing, that energy, that consolation that makes them feel that somebody is worthy being around, and people will always like to come near you because they believe that if they come near you, they will get the solutions that they are lacking in their lives. So that is another characteristic of these servant leaders. And actually these characteristics are the ones that make the servant leaders. Without the characteristic, you will never tell between the servant leader and self-service leader, because maybe they will be portraying the same things. They will be doing what anybody else do, but these characteristics distinguish them. And another thing is awareness. So you as a servant leader, you need to create awareness of yourself. Every of us have their weaknesses. Maybe I am slow in my work, or maybe I talk very fast, or there is that something that I do. And actually being aware of my weaknesses or my strength, it will help a lot in my performance. Because if I am aware that I'm slow, maybe I will start earlier. If the work is supposed to be presented at 1, I will start maybe 11:30, so that by 1 I'm that ready. I'm aware of my weaknesses and I'm aware of my strength. So how do these servant leaders come to know that they need this skill of self-awareness? First of all, you have to be open to feedback, and in the decision you make, you ask those who are around you. Of course, they know you better. They know, okay, Nina will do this and this better, and Nina will not do this and this better, because they are around me. They are daily in contact with me, so they know me better. So first of all, you have to be open to feedback. They tell you, this one you did it in this way, and by so doing, I'll come to be aware of what I'm supposed to do. I will be able to know my weaknesses and where I'm supposed to improve. So these servant leaders actually have this characteristic. They are aware of their weaknesses and they are aware of their strength. I don't know whether you have ever gone to an office. You meet, things are not in order. Maybe you are a secretary, and your boss comes in, things are not in order, and the weaknesses is theirs, but they will always back to you. They will say that you are the one who made things not to work right. So these people who are not servant leaders, and they are actually in leadership position, they make people who are under them suffer because of their weaknesses and their lack of awareness. So it is a skill that is worthy acquiring for anybody and in any position. Remember, in one of my videos I shared that anybody can be a leader, and you don't need to be on that position up there so that you portray your leadership skill. You can learn this leadership skill. They can help you in your home, they can help you in your businesses, they can help you everywhere that you are there, you are working. And another skill that these servant leaders have, and the other group lack, the other self-service leaders lack, is persuasion. Are you able to convince your clients of what is happening in your business? Are you able to make them know the importance of the company? So this is persuasion, and this is a skill that you can develop, because as a servant leader you need this skill. And how do you persuade people? Sometimes it is so hard to convince somebody that maybe I'm working online. For example, let's take the online thing because it comes oftenly. That I'm working online, just come, you will be earning daily 10,000 or in a day, or multiple times you will earn. Do you have that language that can actually convince this person to go there? So there are some things that you need to do. Maybe I don't know whether you have ever come across somebody talking to you and making the head slide a bit. Are you together? Do you know that that thing that is you are going to do is going to make you rich? So there are that language that you need to develop as a servant leader to be able to convince those who are under you, to convince those who need your company, to convince those who need your business to join you in that business. So these are some of the characteristics that servant leaders have and the self-service leaders lack. So if you acquire these characteristics, you will be able to know what you are supposed to do and what you are not supposed to do in your company or in your school or in your business, in your small ways, in everything that you are doing, and you will succeed marvelously. Thank you for listening to me. We'll continue with this topic. It's so wide, and continue being safe. Stay inside. Wash your hands when you come in contact with something, so that after this corona we are still together and we will share more. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Bye bye.